This is the same code as we last saw in the inheritance video. So we have a boat and we have a jet. Both of these are vehicle objects. The vehicle class has a drive method, and currently it only prints out the word driving. And so if we call the drive method on the jet and the boat, let's see what the output is. So you see, for both of them, it's driving, but we want to implement polymorphism here, right? We want the jet to say that it's flying, and we want the boat to say that it's sailing whenever we call the drive method on both of them. So let's first take care of the boat class. Here, we will create another method named drive, but because boat is a child of vehicle and vehicle class already has the driving method, when we are defining the driving method in the boat class, we would say that we are overriding it. So when you press the @ sign, the IDE prompts you with all the options, and the first option is override. This means that you are about to implement a method that has already been implemented in a parent class. So drive method has already been implemented in the parent class for boat. The parent class is vehicle, and the drive method has already been implemented there. Now here we will override the drive method, and this time, because this drive method is under the boat class, we will print out the word sailing, and so we have overridden the drive method in the boat class. Let's do the same for the plane class. So this is the plane class, and this also extends vehicle. So here we will also override the drive method, which is a method that has already been defined in the parent class. We will say override, and then we will have the same signature of the method as that in the parent class. But here, since we are defining this drive method under plane, we would print out the word flying. Great. So fighter jet inherits from plane. I now realize that we never completed the fighter jet class. So let's complete it. Let's create the getter and the setter methods, and also the unique method, which will be fire. We will only have one getter and one setter because we only have one attribute that is unique to fighter jet. And then we will create the unique method to fighter jet, which is fire. So that completes our fighter jet class. But going back to polymorphism, because we already overrode the drive method in the plane class and fighter jet inherits from plane, when we call the drive method on fighter jet, it will call the drive method for plane because plane is its direct parent. So let's see what the result of our program now would be after we have overridden the drive methods in plane class and also the boat class. So let's run the program. So you see the jet outputs flying and the boat outputs sailing. Remember that both jet and boat are vehicle types of objects. But even though they're the same type of object, they both are vehicle objects, they are behaving completely differently. And that is an example of polymorphism. The same object is behaving differently even though we're using the same method. This concludes the discussion on inheritance and polymorphism. In the next chapter, we'll talk about abstraction.